George Bernard Shaw, born July 26, 1856 to November 2, 1950, was a British-Irish playwright and co-founder of the London School of Economics. In his early years, he made a living by writing music and literary criticism, and later became famous for writing plays. Bernard Shaw wrote more than 60 plays in his life and was good at exposing social issues in the form of black humor. In 1926, he won the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1925 for his idealistic and humanitarian works. Alan Lerner adapted his comedy Pygmalion into the musical My Fair Lady, which was also adapted. He became a household name for the Hollywood blockbuster movie of the same name. Now let us appreciate Bernard Shaw's quotations together. Life is not about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. Progress is impossible without change, and those who cannot change their minds cannot change anything. I learned a long time ago never to wrestle a pig. You get dirty, and besides, the pigs love it. I want to be completely exhausted when I die because the harder I work, the longer I live. I rejoice in life itself. There is no truer love than the love of food. Imagination is the beginning of creation. You imagine what you want, you imagine what you imagine, and finally you create what you want. Science can never solve a problem without creating 10 more. The punishment for a liar is at least not that he is not believed, but that he cannot trust others. You use a glass mirror to see your face, you use a work of art to see your soul. A happy family is but an early paradise. What makes us wise is not the memory of the past, but the responsibility for the future. Just do what you have to do. It may not be happiness, but it's great. No one believes that the Bible means what it says, he always believes that it means what he means. Freedom means responsibility. That's why most men are afraid of it. If history repeats itself and unexpected things happen all the time, then humans will be very incapable of learning from experience. Silence is the perfect expression of contempt. The best place to find God is in a garden. You can dig him there. All great truths begin with blasphemy. The secret to success is to offend the most people. Alcohol is the anesthetic we use to endure the workings of life. There is only one religion, although it has 100 versions. If all economists were connected end to end, they would never come to a conclusion. There are two great tragedies in life. One is to lose your inner desires. The other is getting it. Life doesn't get funny when people die any more than it gets serious when people laugh. Once we decide to act rather than react, the possibilities are many. Success is not about never making mistakes, but about never making the same mistakes again. The golden rule is that there is no golden rule. No question is harder to answer than one with an obvious answer. Lack of money is the root of all evil. A gentleman is someone who gives more to the world than he takes out. Syllables rule the world. We don't stop playing because we get older, we get older because we stop playing. One of the biggest problems in communication is the illusion that it has happened. Beware of false knowledge, it is more dangerous than ignorance. A lifetime of making mistakes is not only more honorable but also more useful than a lifetime of doing nothing. Some people see things as they are and say why. I dreamed of things that never were and said why not. Youth is wasted on young people. Democracy is a means to ensure that we are not governed better than we deserve. You see things, you say why, but I dream about things that have never happened. I say, why not? A government that robs Peter to pay Paul can always count on Paul's support. The fool's brain digests philosophy into stupidity, science into superstition, and art into pedantry. Hence, university education. The greatest sin against our fellow citizens is not to hate them, but to be indifferent to them. This is the essence of inhumanity. The power of accurate observation is often called cynicism by those who don't get it. Be careful to get what you like, otherwise you will be forced to like what you get. Patriotism is your belief that this country is superior to all other countries because you were born in this country. There is nothing more dangerous than a paranoid conscience. Without art, the roughness of reality would make the world unbearable. It's better to keep yourself clean and bright. You are the window through which you must see the world. The people who get along in this world are the ones who stand up and look for the circumstances they want, and if they can't find them, create them. In marriage, a man cannot sleep with the windows closed, but a woman cannot sleep with the windows open. We have no right to consume happiness without producing happiness any more than we have the right to consume wealth without producing wealth. Power does not corrupt men, however. Fools, if they come into positions of power, corrupt power. Whoever can, will do it. Whoever can't, teach him. Youth is a wonderful thing. What a crime to waste it on a child. Democracy replaces elections by the incompetent majority and appointments by the corrupt minority. It's a strange feeling, the kind of pain that is mercifully beyond our ability to feel. When your heart is broken, your ship is burned, nothing matters anymore. This is the end of happiness and the beginning of peace. Few people think more than 2 or 3 times a year. I have made an international reputation for myself by thinking once or twice a week. The moment we want to believe something, we suddenly see all the arguments for it and are blind to the arguments against it. You can't be a hero without being a coward. George Bernard Shaw's life story. Bernard Shaw was born in Dublin, Ireland. His father was a minor court official. Later, he went bankrupt in business and became addicted to alcohol. His mother took him away from home and taught music in London. Influenced by his mother, George Bernard Shaw was interested in music and painting since he was a child. After graduating from middle school, he worked as a scribe at the age of 15, and later as an accountant. He also wrote drama and music reviews for newspapers and engaged in journalism. During the period of diligent self-study, he would visit the London Art Museum and the National Gallery, and go to the British Museum Library to study, where he read Marx's Das Kapital. In 1884, he joined the Fabian Society, compiled pamphlets and speeches for the society, and took social reform as his own responsibility. He visited the Soviet Union in 1931 and China in 1933. Shaw's other important plays are Caesar and Cleopatra 1901, a historical drama full of modern allusions, and Androcles, and The Lion 1912, in which he used a way of looking back at history and extrapolating Christianity from modern movements. Era. In Major Barbara 1905, one of George Bernard Shaw's most successful discussion plays, the audience's attention is captured by the power of the witty argument that man can only achieve through political activity and not as an individual aesthetic redemption. Bernard Shaw's literary career began with the creation of novels, but his most outstanding achievement was drama. He created a total of 52 plays. Bernard Shaw was born in poverty and his family was in ruins. He had neither sponsors nor guidance. However, with his strong will, he has extensive influence in many fields and has become a world celebrity in literature and social thought for half a century. There are both Voltaire's writing style and influence, as well as Rousseau's thoughts and moral concepts. Welcome to subscribe to my channel. Luck and love are with you.